What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. Target individual CJBK. So, just real quick, today I was reading this article that came out where in Pune, I think it's Pune, India, the several police officers are now under intense investigation for hacking into journalists and activists phones and computers, and using like a type of a malware, spyware software. I think they said they got it from the Israeli. Um, it's like an Israeli hacking company. Um, I forgot the name of it. I think it starts with an N. But anyway, so and they were basically implanting falsified evidence into these activists and journalists computers and phones, so then they can eventually like lead up to a false arrest of these people based on that fake evidence that they had. um Now I already know the handlers have been saying that we got a setup coming for you, Chris. He's not gonna be here long. He's about to go to prison. So and they've been plotting on. They've been saying this stuff since ever since I was living in that apartment in the Bronx. Um, I need to start actually saying the address of where I was at. So but anyway, um, yeah. So as I'm reading this article, something told me like I was gonna go back. I was going back through my old videos to try to see if I could find one where I mentioned, because in the article it mentioned how people's emails were hacked, and then their recovery email and phone numbers were basically changed to. Funny thing is, they changed it to the same email and phone numbers as the police officers. Like why would you, if you're gonna hack if you're gonna hack and recover someone, change the recovery information of someone that you're hacking's profile, why would you change it to something as the same email and phone numbers you would use for where you work? I mean, that didn't make sense. I mean, then again, these handlers who's probably messing with me, they're probably doing something similar. Maybe not, something that's so closely related to them, but they probably got like fake cell phone. Well, they probably got like burner phones and fake emails that they create. So then when um, they hacked my Google account. One of my first Google account, my Chief Boy 35, CHIEFBOYS 35 at gmail.com. They hacked that one and then changed the recovery email and phone number. When I actually went to try to recover it, it showed several different email addresses that were none related to me or any of my other accounts. Then they also had like three different phone numbers that none were related to me. So if they're going to set me up, they're probably using that Chief Boy 35 email address. Um, then they also hacked my let me see. I think they hacked not just one but two Apple ID accounts. Cause let me see. They hacked my Gmail account way back in. I think. Let me see. My electronic harassment truly started around October of 2020. Then, as I got nervous and trying to see if I could find ways to get rid of these people, I had got rid of my Android phone somewhere around, I think it was maybe December of 2020. Yeah, around December of 2020. I had got rid of my Android phone, and then I switched over to an iPhone. So then after I did that, I remember the handlers through the synthetic telepathy voice transmissions, they were saying, "Oh, that was the worst thing you could have did. He got an iPhone. He's stupid. He got an iPhone." So I'm assuming iPhones are probably a lot more capable of doing a lot more to your body, or having a lot more sensors built into them, so then they can um, you know gain access to those sensors, and then the sensors will be actively scanning your body and everything. um, Now, what I just now realized when I went back to look at vlog number 17, you'll see that I'm using my laptop to record my video, but then I'm using my phone as an EMF, as an EMF reader, right? So as I'm watching the video, right, and you see I put the phone on airplane mode, and you see the only thing that's on is the EMF reader app. So um, you see that I begin to place the phone on the couch, like right on the cushion where I was sleeping on my couch most of the time. Where I place the phone right on the couch cushion, and then as I start to press down on it, not only do you see the readings, go off the chart, and then you see that, it starts to beep red, meaning the radiation threshold is like way surpass anything that's supposed to be healthy for a um, well, basically the readings were harmful to humans, right? Not only did I notice that, but I kept noticing at the very top, like right above where the receiver is, when you put the phone to your ear, the receiver will receive the sound or voices and stuff like that. I start to notice this blinking light. It's like, it's not even like a blinking light, but then I guess you can call it a light, because even though you can't see it, it doesn't mean that it's not on. So my laptop camera captures this blinking light right at the top of the receiver. Now I tend to forget that, on the iPhone there's not just the regular camera, but there's also sensors on the top part of the receiver, on top of the receiver, because there's like two. I never really paid attention to those two things, but I guess those are the sensors used to, I guess, get your facial recognition ID. Because there's a video I saved on YouTube too, where this guy, he actually exposes the infrared lasers, the hundreds or dozens of little infrared lasers that are kind of like, just, they're how do I put it? Basically, he used a night vision camera to show that when you use the Face ID sensors, right? When you use the Face ID sensors of the iPhone, and he turned the phone towards the wall while the night vision camera was filming him and holding his phone. He turns his phone to the wall, and you see the actual like lasers of the they're kind of like infrared like lasers, or of the sensor that basically that scans your face for facial recognition. This, I mean, like I said, I'm no expert at technology or anything like that, but I'm literally just someone who is a concerned citizen, piecing together all the, I'm just putting together the puzzle, trying to get the full picture. And what I've realized is that, yes, when they hack your phone, they gain access to the hardware of your phone, and then they use your phone. I mean, I think I knew this, but it's like, just seeing that video was like an obvious proof that, like, yes, when they hack your phone, they gain access to the hardware of your phone, and then the sensors that's built into your phone, the sensors themselves are being used to scan the frequencies of your body. They can download probably some type of like malware or spyware into the phone, and then from a remote location, they can reprogram those sensors to read the frequencies of your body. And then I guess when you're constantly looking at your phone, the sensors are constantly reading, especially reading the I guess the frequencies of your brain or whatever. Because remember, through different modulations or amplifications of the frequency of a light, you can change the depth of how deep and how basically how deep it can penetrate through your skin or your skull, or they could basically change the depth of how far they want the lasers to go. And because with facial ID, the the information given from what it scanned, and then it sends it, or it basically takes that data, and then it uploads it to a server, right? Now the one thing I wish I really could do, and I don't know how to, but I know at some point, God willing, God is going to help me find out how to find it. There is a network cloud server somewhere. There's a cloud server somewhere where all of these people have everyone's like biofrequency data uploaded to a cloud server, and that's where they're manipulating every single person that's in this digitalized world. They have a like I don't well I mean like they say that fusion centers and all these different things, but there is an online cloud server somewhere. There's a server somewhere, a cloud server somewhere that has everyone's data on it, and these handlers, they can basically um alter that data, and then also transmit information to your mind and body. Now as I'm saying all this, they're attacking my genitals, right? So they can transmit whatever newly coded information or data from, I guess it could be these digital unknown carrier cell towers that's all over the city, and like probably all over the world. Then they can also use your phone as a transmitter, and your phone will transmit that information to you, um, because always remember your brain is a receiver. Your brain works like a radio receiver, and most of the time when you're unaware of it, you don't necessarily control what your brain takes in, because if you know yeah, basically your brain works as like a radio receiver, um, and anything that's being transmitted to your body, your brain will just take in, and it will resonate with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I don't know. I was on the phone yesterday with one of my favorite YouTubers, Robert Stanson, aka aka the real Magneto. um my man with his armor though, like he was really getting on me. He was like, man, all that frequency stuff you're doing, it's nothing if you're not protecting your brain, man. None of that shit's gonna matter if you're not protecting your brain. Because you can do all the healing frequencies you want, but if they're still able to hit your brain, man, it's not gonna mean anything. So because I've definitely been getting hit a lot more, where it almost feels like like whenever they like damage, whenever they do like a damaging attack to my brain, I get this weird sense of vertigo. Like it lasts for like a second, and it's like I get like this weird sense of vertigo, and it lasts for a second. So now they're sending the frequency to my left knee, trying to destroy the cartilage in my knee. But anyway, or heat the cartilage. Well, heating the cartilage or heating the cells and within that make up the cartilage is basically destroying the meat anyway. Um, so along with that, um, let me see. Along with that, what else? Right, they send these transmitted frequencies to my brain. Then eventually, I get this weird. It kind of feels like someone. It feels like someone hit me in my head. Like it literally feels like someone hit you in your head. Like you don't feel like an impact against the skull, but it literally feels like someone punched you in your brain. You know. And then I remember one time when I was sitting out at a park, just trying to enjoy some fresh air. Um, I had got this intense hit on my brain, almost as if like I fell from a second story building, and I felt the vibe like it was a hard vibration, like someone took a bat or like a set of bricks and they dropped it on the top of my head, and then I felt even the jitters in my teeth of how hard they hit me. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to go off of. And yeah, I'm just trying to put it all out there, because as everything starts to slowly unfold, like Robert was telling me yesterday as well. He was like, "Man, 2031, there's supposed to be a new alignment of the planets, and then the stars are supposed to fall, and then what's supposed to happen is like 3 days of darkness, and then an EMP attack is going to happen, and it's going to basically knock out all technology and all electricity and stuff." So I was like, "Damn, 9 years from now." Whew, I'm glad I got my mantra: take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Because 9 years, I'm like, if we really are gonna have to wait 9 years for for some real change to happen, for people to finally be liberated from this stuff. Well, you know what? Just can't even really matter of fact, just don't even really think about it, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't stress so much about what's supposed to or what might happen in the future. Like I say in my other videos, you just focus on the present, right? Focus on the present. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. So right now, I got a piece of moo metal taped to that sensor. I was just like, yo, what is that? I'm like, because it was weird, because I'm watching the video, I'm watching Vlog 17, and then as I'm pressing the phone down into the couch, I'm looking like, what is that blinking light at the top of my phone? Then I realized there's a sensor up there. And I was like, how is a sensor on if I'm not using the camera or whatever? So meaning they definitely have hacked it. I I feel like we need to do something against Apple. I think Apple needs to be held responsible for building these products that are not well, I mean, obviously, if you read at least part of the scalar wave document that I posted, what was it, maybe yesterday or the day before, um and you learn about vibrational hacking, um yeah, and about spoofing and things of that sort. Yeah, for the most part, I think all these cell phone companies need to be held accountable for what's happening to everybody. I think they all need to be held accountable. Um, but obviously, there's so many moving parts and entities that's protecting them. Because they're a secret society, right? I don't know. Yeah. So we'll just have to wait and see how everything unfolds. But hey, as always, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.